Investing in Crosstown Condos. Hello friends, this is Yossi Kaplan, and today we're going to talk about investing in Crosstown Condos, the new master plan community by Aspen Ridge, which is located right by the Ontario Science Center at Eglinton East and Don Mills. Let's go. All right, Yossi Kaplan here, yossikaplан.com, twitter.com/Yossi Kaplan, all the /Yossi Kaplan. This is my Twitter. This way you can find all the information I post, assignments, condos for sale, pre-construction, VIP deals, everything you want. This has been going really well. I've been putting guides for topics like my 8 secrets of selling your assignments, how to invest in Toronto real estate, on and on. Is it still a good time to buy? One of my most favorite videos at the moment, on and on. Today we're going to focus on Crosstown Condos, which is technically at 844 Don Mills, but as you'll see in a second, it's a massive site, 64 acres. To start, I want to zoom in on the map. So here's Toronto, okay? We're just in the northeast corner of town, right here. I'm going to zoom in, turn to the 3D map, which I love so much. I'm going to take you, we're going to fly right over to Crosstown Condos by Aspen Ridge. It's a giant piece of land, 64 acres, previously the home of Canada's IBM Canada, designed by very famous architect John B. Parkin. This is the building. You can see it from Google Maps, and when you drive along, you look up the hill, and to your left or right, depending where you drive, which way you drive, you'll see this structure. On this structure and in the entire triangle space here, which is 64 acres, in comparison, the Summit Condos is 5 acres. Trinity Bellwood's probably 5 or 6 acres. So it's a massive, massive site, and we're going to get 16 towers here and about 400 townhomes. I say it again, 16 condo towers and about 400 townhomes. That's thousands of units available to invest in. Is it good or bad? Is there an investment opportunity? I'm going to dive in and tell you exactly what I think, what to look for, and especially what to avoid. Because a lot of investors, people that put in their money in and they call themselves investors, but they don't get the best advice, or they don't do the best for themselves, and they end up buying maybe in the right project, but not the right unit. So we're going to dive in. I'm going to tell you more about this project and focus in what to buy and what not to buy at Crosstown Condos, okay? All right. This is the site, the official site for Crosstown. It's called crosstowncommunity.ca. This is the site by the developer in Aspen Ridge. Now, Aspen Ridge is a massive, giant developer. They started, I believe, doing probably homes and then suburbs, subdivisions. And for the last almost 20 years, they've been doing condos, and they render themselves a very good name of a reliable quality developer, okay, which is really important because don't forget, there's a lot of small-time developers these days, which is great for their entrepreneurial spirit, but not all of them succeed to bring it to market. So we're focusing on the large developments because they're safe. And I like safe because I like to sleep at night. Crosstown Condos is the master plan community, and you can run through the videos here. And these videos will show you kind of a breakthrough of what this triangle-shaped property looks like. All the 16 condos are surrounding it, the 400 townhome in the center, and then there's also an area for like an office park and a community center, which are very, very large. The office and the community center together, they're about 1 million square feet. 1 million square feet. That's about 100,000 square meters. It's a very large space that will provide for jobs and for family and community place to be. So this entire master plan community, which I really like, is about really you can live on this land, work there, take your family there. Everything you need is there. So it's kind of, in a way, revitalization of the Jane Jacobs dream, where you can have everything you need in your neighborhood. Basically, every neighborhood, every area becomes an independent village. This is a fantastic idea, and this is how we should all be living. In a connected environment, you can walk from one place to the other, and ideally, you don't even have to leave the complex because everything you need is there, okay? So here's the piece of land right here. That's the old IBM grounds, and this entire area is going to be converted to the Crosstown complex, okay? Out of the 16 towers, 2 are released right now. This is the video. I'm just gonna dive in. Okay, here it is. So this is called Crosstown 1. Oh, this is called Crosstown 1, which is a series of 3 condo towers, as you can see here, connected by a podium, and they call it 1. It's phase 2, phase 1, and phase 2. This one's probably going to be called 2 Crosstown or whatever it is, or maybe a different name. And in the center, you can see where it says residential townhomes. This is the townhome community. There's some lower condo-like structures, residences. There's a 5-acre community park. There's a new community center. There's a commercial office space, really large here, in this section here, and the science center is right over there, okay? And the Crosstown Retail Square, which will have like a mini mall of sorts, bike lanes. I mean, this is a huge property. You're going to get your bicycle to cross the town from one end to another. Now, obviously, it's called Crosstown because the Eglinton LRT crosses there, and it's a science center stop where you get off the LRT to go home. And you'll get on, you board the LRT at that stop, and then you go east to Yonge and Eglinton, and then take the subway anywhere you want to go, okay? Whether it's downtown, uptown to the airport, wherever you're going, Union Station, wherever you got, okay? This entire area is developing rapidly. What started as, you know, like nobody looked in this area and it was really cheap and a lot of industrial space is really a hidden treasure. Why do I say it? Because there's a lot of nature in the area. There's ravines, there are creeks. There's a lot of nature that you can access, and really, really nice, especially if you're in a family situation or you like to enjoy nature and you like, you know, the city living, but you can go to the ravine. I think that's a golf course right there, and there's a couple of ravines right next door. So that's really, really good. Really like that. What do I have here for you? Some general views on the project for the 1 Crosstown, which is the first phase that we're releasing right now. The VIP sale is right now. You can send your worksheets right now, and if you want to download the plans, the prices, the worksheet, all the information, just go to my website, urbanrealtytoronto.com/crosstown-1, the link's below, and you'll get it, okay? So it's a very nice community, high-quality developer, and let's zoom in and see a few of the things that I can tell you about this development, the Crosstown, okay? So we start with, this is a 64-acre development, okay? Here's another view. Just focusing on a 64-acre development. So it's a very large development, and the whole place was designed together as one. Why is this important? It's important because it provides for quality of living. You remember my video about the 3 L's, right? Longevity. But you want to go to a place, invest in a place, or live in a place that has longevity, because Toronto is generating so many condos, so many potential investments, that you need to find one that you would like a lot, and the person that comes after you, whether they rent from you or they buy from you, will also like it a lot, okay? And you know, Toronto is filled with large master plan communities that are not that great. This one to me seemed very, very good. First of all, because it's been 50 years since we designed our first master plan condo community. So we had 5 decades of improvements and experience to do this. And the developer itself is a large developer with a lot of experience hiring the best architects and designers that Toronto has. And we have some of the best talent in the world right here in town. We should be very, very proud of what we're doing here. I am, okay? This is the video. I'm going to go into a bit of detail here. I'm going to start with some frequently asked questions, okay? So this is directly from Aspen Ridge. This is for the broker portal. That I'm going to review this for you, okay? So it's located on the northwest corner of Don Mills Road and Eglinton Avenue. It's a 64-acre multi-phase residential and commercial development which consists of high-rise towers, mid-rise tower, stacked townhomes, and rear lane townhomes. My favorite. Phase 1 sits on the most westerly point of the site and consists of 2 residential condominiums. One is 32 stories and one is 39-story towers. And they sit on top of a 4-story podium. Now there's a 3rd tower in there that you can see, and that'll be the next phase. But today we are releasing VIP sale Crosstown 1, Phase 1 and 2, Building 1 and 2, 32 and 39 stories that you can buy right now. And why do I say right now? Because the prices for these two are very, very good. They start in the mid-$800 a foot and go up to about $1,000 a foot. In comparison, there's nothing downtown under probably $1,350 or $1,400 a foot. And most things downtown now that I get, I can get you an assignment at maybe $13.50 a foot. That's kind of the best price I can get for a high quality tower downtown. For example, the Massey, you're going to look at $13.50 a foot or $1,500 a foot. Under construction, like Tea House, maybe slightly less. BIG King West, 16 to 1800 a foot. 53534 Richmond, Pemberton, that's also 1400 a foot. So here you can buy 850 to 1000 a foot. That's a significant discount. Okay, there is a total of 687 residential condominium units in these two buildings. 3-level underground parking, 4 elevators each tower, which is fantastic. The lockers are cheap, they're $5,000. If you can buy the locker, buy it. Before I used to say do not buy the locker. Now I say always buy the locker because the units are so small. But 10 years ago, your average unit was 650 square feet. Now it's 450 to 500. Parking is included for all suites 1 plus den and larger. Parking is included for all suites 1 plus den and larger, which is really important. And the 1-bedroom suites, the parking are $50,000, and the EV electric vehicle that you need to plug in is $57,000, which I highly recommend of getting if you can. Now, if you're already getting your unit, like you're buying a 1 plus den or larger, which we'll get to which are the best units to buy, but that's a very good thing I want to go back to in a few minutes after I review this for you. You just add the $7,000 and you get the plug for the electric vehicle. Okay, now electric vehicles are dropping in price, cost of batteries dropping in price. All the manufacturers are making electric vehicles, so that's the way of the future. Before, of course, everything becomes automated. You won't even need to drive, but maybe you still own a vehicle, just sit in it and it drives you around. Okay, the ceiling heights are 9 foot, which is fantastic. I love it. Core Architects, amazing. MNID for the interior design. There's a landscape architect, and the floor premium is only $1,000 a foot with some exceptions, which tells me that if you want to hit a high floor, it's not a 5 or 10,000 premium, it's only 1,000. So go 20 floors will cost you $20,000. Obviously, you're only paying the deposit on it, and the rest is mortgage or you're flipping on. The maintenance fees is calculated here are very low. They're 55 cents a foot, and they include the bulk internet, which is great, hydro, water, energy, gas, if you have gas, consumption meter separately, $50 a month for parking, and 20 for lockers, so very reasonable. The reason it's reasonable is because it's a very large concentrated development, so there's economies of scale. So, when there's only 10 or 20 units in the building, the cost is very high because, to bring the people or security, whatever, it's a fixed cost. But once you divide it into many units, 687 in this case, the cost per unit comes down a lot, or cost per square foot. Okay. Critical dates are the Terion dates, which are the dates that they have to give you by law. So tentative construction starts fall 2020, which I imagine will happen. First tentative occupancy date 23, and outside up to 2025. Okay, so reasonable here. And as an investor, I like to wait as long as I can for my keys because in the meantime, the market goes up, the values goes up. So as an investor, because we're here to make money, to invest in Crosstown Condos, it's okay for me to wait. The amenities are plenty, and there'll be tons of amenities here. In these two specific buildings, one Crosstown, you get a 24-hour concierge, a dog wash station, lounge, meeting room, games room, gym, yoga studio, party room, dining room, bar, and outdoor terrace. I got a couple pictures here. And on the website, urbanrealtytoronto.com, there's all the pictures. I already uploaded them. I'm going to release that article later tonight. So by the time you watch this, it's probably available. Just click on the link in the comments below. There are 6 guest suites. Fantastic, 6 guest suites. Bring your guests right from the airport, cross town to your place, put them in a guest suite. Okay? Property management already decided is Forest Hill Kipling, Division Kipling Residential Management. They may be changed later. It's all good. The deposit structure is very important. Hold on, I got a call here. I'm so sorry. I don't know who you are. Okay. 5% with the offer, 5% in 60 days, 5% in a year. So that's 15% in the first year. 5% in 540 days, which is a year and a half out. So that's 20% in a year and a half out. And the last 5% occupancy, we get your keys. So it's 20% in 18 months plus 5. Now, if you're a foreign purchaser, okay, you're paying 1010 and then 555 to make it 365 with the same dates. Okay, still a very good deal if you're a foreign purchaser. because the Canadian dollar sadly is very, very low. Mind you, if you're a foreign purchaser, you may have to pay all kinds of fines, penalties, taxes, whatever it is at the time. If you are looking to buy into Canada, you're not Canadian, send me an email or call me and I'll tell you what the rules are, and I'll also send you to consult with a lawyer that understands this topic very, very well. Okay, so this was the FAQ. I think it was very good to understand what's going on. So you're looking at the 16 towers, the 400 residential homes, some low rises here. There's another low rise here. Okay, so the good mix of everything with a community center, with a large commercial office space, with a 5-acre community park. And another call, ignore. Only for you. All right. This is a Condo Now page. It tells us a bit more about the project, and it's easier just to review the specs here. 32 stories, so that refers to the one, and the units start on the 9th floor. I'm going to get to prices in a second. And there'll be 10 units per floor. Obviously, when you go up the penthouse floor, usually the units become larger, so it'll be less units per floor. And the right design for a building is to put the small units at the bottom. Don't ever buy 2-bedroom unit at a lower floor. Don't ever do that. It's a problem later, okay? That's a whole other video. 19 different floor plans. They start at 525 square feet to up to 946. 9-foot ceilings. Price of $864 a foot. Parking is $50,000. Locker is $5,000. Core architects, on and on and on, okay? And the rest we've already reviewed. As you see, the amenities is the same information. 55 cents a foot, $20 a month. That's your maintenance on your locker, and $50 a month maintenance on the parking. Estimated property tax, obviously that's had to do with the city of Toronto and MPAC, and that's across town, 1% of your purchase price by year. Okay, so divide by 12. Very good. Here, I got some floor plans. I want to review some floor plans, and then I can get into the prices with you. So I'm just going to zoom out a bit so you can see the entire floor plan in one page. And let me just check here to see that you can see it. Aha. I think that my window is too large. Let's see if I can make myself smaller. There we go. Okay, great. Lock that window, lock that window. Okay. So we start with the smallest units here, and then we go up, of course. You're looking at this suite. It starts at $495 a foot, goes to $539 with a small balcony. The reason these units could be in different, although it's the same design but slightly different, is because buildings tend to have different shapes as you go up or down the building. Or the floor design itself, you can see at the bottom, will change as you go up and down the building. So the architect has to adapt the floor plans. But generally speaking, these floor plans are very efficient, and I think they've done a general good job on the floor plans. Mind you, some of the floor plans, these floor plans are a lot more efficient than others. For example, this one here, it may be a smaller floor plan, cost less, but it's got a long hallway and a lot of weights of space in the entrance. Now, once you're in the unit, it may seem nice to you, but you know, the living dining is 12.4 by 15.10. It's a very tight space. So this is a very tight unit, okay? Because there's maybe 50 square feet or 30 square feet lost as you come into the unit, and that's, you know, because of how the building is split and designed. So what I want you to do is, before you make a hasty decision and run to the sales center and buy something, remember that thousands of units to buy here. Give me a call and I'll talk to you and I'll say, what do you look for? What kind of money you want to invest? What do you own now? And kind of get an idea of what kind of investor you are. And I'll try to say, you know, Mister, let me find a unit that fits your investor profile that you're going to be feeling comfortable with the budget, with the design, and with the intended use. Maybe you want to move in there. Maybe you have kids who want to move in there. Maybe you want to rent it out. Maybe you want to flip it. And you know, after so many years of looking at probably 100,000 floor plans, because I look at hundreds a day, you know, so many a day. And growing up in the business, growing up on planning, before I even knew how to read, I looked at the floor plans already. I get a very good idea if this unit will be efficient or not, if it will be useful or not. For example, this unit is a good design in my opinion, okay? The 1D, I think that's a good design. It's efficient, the kitchen is at the back, the bathroom is tucked in, the hallway is fine, it's not too long, and overall, it's a good unit. You know, so that's a good design. And obviously, and this is a similar design, maybe flip. it's more or less similar, okay? The bathroom here is smaller, okay? And this one, if you see, it was one piece bathroom here is made away, but it's still good. This unit here on the floor plan may look a little weird, but you know, they keep all the amenities, the bath and the washer, dryer and all that on the side, and you walk in and you're just using the floor space. But you know, before you buy, give me a shout and I'll really take a deep look into the price range and what's available, and I'll give you your options of what is the best investment. So the one represents, you know, one bedroom, okay, and now we get into a little den situation, and there's just more and more, but most of these units are very, very good. The kitchen is the back. Every unit has a little balcony or a terrace, okay? So these are nice units. These are decent units. They've done relatively a good job. Here you got windows on the side, you know, so it's very nice. And remember, you up on the hill there. This area is raised. Not only you up because Toronto goes up, there's also a hill. The IBM land sit on a hill, so the views will be very, very nice because you're going to get really, really nice views from almost anywhere. Now, if view is really important to you, what you would do, and I'll do it with you, is we're going to look at each building exactly what it looks at, okay? And the view is very important. If you're going to invest a lot of money, if you're going to invest for a 2-bedroom corner unit or $1 million, you better get a good view. That's why I don't like buying 2-bedroom on the lower floor with no view, because you're spending a lot of money. You might as well try to get a bit of a view, because for the long term, the longevity of your investment, the 3 L's, is very, very important. So that's the way to do it, okay? There's so much information that I can't really like put all together in one video, but I'll tell you this. The first thing I look at before the price is how livable, one of the 3 L's, livable this project is. To me, it's very, very livable because it's a community. It's designed as a community, which is something that is the basis of human living, is living in communities, okay? We're social creatures, we live in communities. We used to call it a village. So this is the modern village. Now, the old villages, you know, you'll have the Dunbar number, 150 people living in a village. That's kind of your perfect number. Everyone can know each other. Dunbar, it was a social scientist that came up with the Dunbar number that says 150 people makes for a good group. But if you have more than 150, you should break it into another group and just keep making these groups up to 150. In this case, obviously, you know, there may be 10,000 people living here. Okay, so it's a larger village, but it's a modern village. So we stack, no edits on these videos, by the way. This is what it is. This is Yossi Kaplan. So we stack, it's a vertical village where we stack these units up and up and up, and everybody gets, you know, we used to go to the well, but now we just go to wash our hands in a sink or get some water or whatever it is. That's how we do it. But it's an adaptation of the original human living. And everybody gets a nook, everybody gets a condo, and then we share common spaces. So we sit around the fire, in this case, in the community park. We ride our bikes, bring our kids out, do our business. Maybe we rent an office at the office space. And I bet you there'll be, I mean, I haven't even asked, but it's like, you know, you're going to find places to buy food, places to buy things, a dentist or two, dry cleaning, laundry dry cleaning, all these services that we need as a community gonna be here, okay? Community center, so you can swim, you can do sport, you can sing together, whatever you like, okay? And I really like that they made a lot of effort into showing that you have walking trails, bicycle trails. It's a thriving community. That's why I like it. That's why this plan really speaks to me. And what you see around, I mean, you see around a lot of kind of commercial space. This will transform itself slowly but surely, or maybe quickly but surely, into more type of these communities that they all live together, interact with each other. Just imagine how many jobs each of these projects generates. First, to create the projects, thousands of people involved in designing, planning, building, financing, you know, all these things. And then when the people live there, they consume services. You know, they need to eat, they need to go to the dentist, there gotta be schools, on and on and on and on. So this project by itself generates a lot of economic value, which I like, because when there's economic value generated, and 64 acre large, but in the grand scheme, it's still an area, it generates a lot of economic values. There's probably a lot of people gonna be living in this building and working right in the area. Maybe they give childcare services. Maybe they're a lawyer that serve in the area. You know, whatever it is, everybody needs something, and we trade with each other through the use of money, of course. We trade our services. So this is good. This is what I like about the word community, okay? So one crosstown are these two towers right here that you can see in the render. Very nice renders, by the way. Okay, these two right here. This one is yet been officially announced. And you can see a bit of the podium. You can see the low-rise building. It's very, very nice. It's really well done, okay? I will bring you a lot more information, including all the floor plans you saw on the website, urbanrealtytoronto.com/crosstown 1-1, and they'll be right here later this afternoon, so when you look, you're already going to see it, okay? Overall, what I want you to do is, before you rush to invest, and we open now, we're taking worksheets now, and we assigning units now, is take a look and call me and tell me, what do you want to invest? What's your goal here? Are you looking to flip? Are you looking to live? Are you looking for long term? Is this for family? Is this for one person? And we'll make sure to match the right unit with the right type of investment you're searching. And once again, I want to remind you that parking is included with all the units 1+den and larger. It's right here. Parking is included with all suites 1+des and larger. And if you want parking for a one-bedroom, you can add 50,000 or 50 plus 7 for the electric hybrid plug-in, because it's probably like a high voltage. Now, if you are buying a 1+den and want the plug, just add the 7,000, just the difference, which I highly recommend for every single buyer to do this, okay? And this money goes to obviously running the high voltage electric lines and the licensed electrician, all that. And the reason I think it's so important is because half of our cars, probably in a few years, will be plug-in, and all of our cars, a few years after that, will be plug-in. I mean, we're not going to be using gasoline to power cars anymore. So get that EV plug. Do it, even if you don't have it, okay? Just do it. $7,000 is not a lot of money, but to run a line later is probably going to be such a headache. Maybe available, maybe not. Just do it now, okay? That's very, very important. Okay, I think this is it for this video. There's a lot more information. I'm probably going to issue a few more videos about Crosstown and more about the 2 bedrooms, the larger units. I do have all the prices. I do have the worksheet. You can invest today. And if you want to invest in Crosstown, I recommend you do it sooner than later, because number one, other people are looking and saying, man, Crosstown is really good. I want to buy in there. Second, you know, out of all the units, it's not a lot of units. I mean, 687 units, probably not going to release all of them, even only 300. They go in a weekend. So do the homework, download the file. There's going to be a VIP file that you can download right from the article on urbanrealtytoronto.com. It's going to have, I'm posting this tonight, it's going to have the floor plans, it's going to have the prices, it's going to have the worksheet, it's going to have my number, my name, of course, and the email. So you can, if you know what you want, just fill it in and send it to me right away so I can submit it to the developer. And if you have any question or not sure or asking me to help you with your decision, just give me a call, email, call the office, whatever it is, put a comment on YouTube and I will respond to you, okay? So fantastic. So this is Yossi Kaplan, first review of investing in Crosstown. Go to youtube.com/Yossi Kaplan to find more videos. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yossi Kaplan. Magic. Here we go. And you'll find that I've already posted one Crosstown video. In this Crosstown video, I literally just posted this, and this is a review of the videos that you can see about Crosstown. So these are taken from the developer site, and developer generates some videos that then they hand down to the VIP agents to show you. So this is one of them. I should probably run it in HD if you want to see a little nicer. And okay, now it's much sharper. Okay, so there are actually 3 videos here. This is the old IBM ground. So on top of this will come Crosstown. As you remember, this is a part of the entire park. The Crosstown is coming on. There they are with the magnetic tapes. Here you get a view of the renders, of the views, of the amenities for Crosstown. Okay, so all these pictures are reproduced here in high resolution. Very, very nice project, quite elegant in my opinion. And here there's a review of a lot of, I don't know, a couple dozen floor plans here. So that's what it is. Okay, Crosstown, my friends, pretty good. I like it. Let's invest. That's it.